and welcome, autoimmuneanswers.com. And today's session, I have a really cool thing that came in today. And by come in, I mean I thought of something as I was doing my morning meditation, and I wanted to tell you guys about this. Really, really cool. So, I was thinking back about what happened to me, and how I cleared up some medical conditions for myself with the work that I had learned. Some of you know I had a severe anxiety problem, and it was affecting me in a really strange way. I had lots of sweating in my hands and my feet, and I tried so many things to try to make it where people couldn't notice that, and also I was determined to figure out a way out of it. And it's what led me to all of my training, 110 classes over 10 years in that medical intuitive training, and then matrix energetics and 35 classes in that method over the last, now coming up on 10 years. And things got better and better. My health got better, my teeth healed, a problem with my heart changed so I could run again. And then a bunch of other stuff changed as well. Of course, it's been a process, and I still have problems, but I know what to do and how to continue to grow and shift them. And along the way, I had a problem, a dilemma. And, when I was in San Diego, we had 5 therapists working for me, and we had 4 tables in one room, and we had a couple tables in private rooms, and I had front office staff, and there was 3 people in my front office, and Jen, who was even helping out with the front office every once in a while and doing stuff with us. And we worked on a lot of clients, and we worked on ourselves a lot, and we worked on each other. So I would treat my therapists, and they would treat me, and we had family members that we were working on, and saw some real big miracles. People that were not doing well with chronic pains and severe, significant conditions, medical type conditions that were not being helped by their medical system, but we were able to help them and solve complex things. The problem was that it took a lot of hours. So, we saw people, some people for 100 hours, and while they got better with 1 hour, they needed more, and they needed more, and they needed more. And we could solve some very complex conditions. I saw, that's another video, but lots of conditions change, and people got empowered and got their health back and got healthy and happy and whole. But the thing was that there was only so much time. I worked on myself at night. I went to classes, and on every month I was in the class somewhere in the United States or Canada. And so for 3 or 4 days I was training, and then we would work on each other in class, and I would come home and I'd work on myself at night, and I'd work on myself on the weekend, and I was working on whoever was needing help in the family, and that was going on. And then in 2009, I ran into matrix energetics, and I took a class, a 5-day class, and I came back to the office, and I was using it on my clients and getting some really fast results. And so I'd have people walk around and test pain things, and they'd walk around again, and it was like, wow, how come my prayers don't work? Because all of a sudden all their chronic pain that they just told me about was gone. And so I was getting a lot of data that, wow, this is fast, this is cool, this is way more fun. And so in between clients, I would work on my staff here and there. Like I remember one time I had just a minute between clients, and one client's mom was in the waiting room, and I was about to work on her little girl who had been going blind, but then was able to see, went from being unable to read print this big to being able to read little text messages on her cell phone. And she was about 12 years old. And so I was in between clients, and I said, hey, Susan, my office manager, let me work on you. So I didn't ask her what to work on or anything. I didn't know, much of anything. I said, okay, I'm going to just do this thing. And I did a matrix energetics thing, an energy clearing session. And then I felt the shift. I felt the shift in her through the session. It was about, 5-second session. And I asked her, hey, what did you notice? And she said, you just took all the sorrow out of my heart. And I'm like, what? that was weird. That's cool, but I didn't know that's what we were working on. And then I worked on her, that little girl's mom, and she had a similar experience of all this lightness and happiness, and things were moving better in her body. So I started seeing how fast something could change. And so now that I've been, as I was shutting down that office and getting ready to move to up to here to the Pacific Northwest, I felt really bad, you know, because I was working on my billing person and working on my office manager and all sorts of people in my office. And I'm like, wow, what are we going to do? Like, you know, I feel bad that they're not going to get treatment, because I knew I still needed things I wanted to shift. And I knew they had things that they were going through. And so what I did over lunch breaks, I showed them how to do some of this stuff, how to do some of this energy clearing stuff, and how to access this magic, this way to play with energy, or whatever you want to call that, and get a noticeable change in their world, so that they would be well and they would be safe, and their families would have something that they could go to. And because I knew they weren't probably going to come see me as a paying client. You know, just maybe some of them would, but it's like they were my employees, and it's like, so I wanted to take care of them. So I had this dilemma, and I was trying to help them out like that. And so what I notice now is there's I got an email back from somebody, a wonderful woman overseas, that has seen me just a little bit, but because of finances, basically, she's having a hard time figuring out how to continue to see me. And she's only seen me a little, but we had some really big shifts and good changes in relationships for her, but not for her money. So, but you know, we just barely started. And I'm like, wow, what do I do with that? Like, how can I help her? I had this dilemma, like, what do we do? And luckily she's on a group session, so she'll have a bit access to some more sessions. Because what I decided this morning was, you know what, I'm going to make or let me just back up. I decided a few years ago to start to get this information out to people in a way where they could use it. And it was what became now my master class, Enlighten Up and Get What You Want. And it's a bunch of training and a bunch of sessions to clear stuff, where I can help you clear stuff, but I can also empower you and show you how to do this kind of stuff. And it comes with some live sessions as well. So it was my way to figure out, how can I get this in people's hands so that they can use it and use it for themselves, and not always have to, like, you know, there's only so much time in the day for me to be able to do stuff with people, right? And so so that was that. And then with the once a month sessions that I have, the miracle sessions, I thought, you know what, let's shift that even more, so it's not just always me doing things to help somebody get well, get healthy, get happy, get whole, but training you guys up into how to do this, like how to get information. And, you know, some people would say muscle testing. Some people would say there's a Windows approach. There's listening to your heart. There's different ways so that you can get valid information of what's going on, so that when something comes up, like anxiety or depression or a problem in the family or a money situation or a business situation or something that's causing a lot of problems in your life, a way to quickly find, what is this really all about? What is it that your body's telling you here that this is really all about? So you can solve that, and then the world shifts for you on the spot. And then you have a way to be empowered, so that all these obstacles are something that you can use. Every time one shows up, you go and find out what is it exactly, using these ways to really check in on stuff. It's like a muscle testing thing, but it's a different way that I find even more useful. But basically have a way to find out what that is, and then how to clear it, so that you clear that, and then the next level of life is really cool. And then you can run up into another challenge and you do that. So that whether you have me with one-on-one sessions or not, you have a way to start to train up in this, and a way to learn this, and a way to use it for you and your family. So that's what I'm coming up with. And I have a free PDF and video to show one part of this, one part to get quickly to something that's causing It's the thing that your body's trying to protect. The thing that your body's trying to protect. And then to clear that, there's much more. And that's why I have the group sessions that go once a month for not a lot of money. And the Enlighten Up course, or Enlighten Up and Get What You Want masterclass, so that you can get trained every step of the way. And so there's a lot of information there. I want you to grab the, or if it sounds good to you, go ahead and grab the Enlighten Up and Get What You Want PDF and video, and that's free. So you can go to ralphhavens.com/enlighten up and grab that. And then there's another video about more of how this came to be and what I have for you, and let me know what you think. So super cool this morning. I got some interesting information this last few weeks that was just surprised me, because there was a class that I was absolutely looking forward to taking all year. I was thinking of taking this course. It's in San Diego, and it starts today. But I'm up here in the Pacific Northwest, and I got a few little roadblocks that made me go, that's just weird, as I was getting ready to book my flights and do all my stuff. And so I thought, I got to check in. I got to do my test. There's a muscle test, or there's another way to check called Windows. I was checking with multiple ways, and I kept getting the information that, I'm not supposed to take that class right now. And I thought, but that doesn't make sense. And I thought, well, being away from my house and my family and my work and my clients for 6 weeks or 6 days, 2 travel days and a 4-day class, maybe that's it. I don't know. But I had to trust it, because over and over again, I wanted to take this class. But I was getting real clear information that the universe was saying, not right now, Ralph, no, this isn't it. And so I'm trusting it. And so, a lot of things we go through life, we're met with all these challenges. And if you had a way, imagine what it'd be like to have a way to really check in and see what's the direction I should take now. If you're dealing with anxiety or depression or some kind of problem with money or some kind of problem in life or business, or don't know what to do with your world or your life, if something's going on, what would it be like to be able to get the information like, oh, there's the information. And then a way to go through and clear all the stuff that's in the way so you can get what you want. So I'm trusting that today. I just sent my coach a nice email saying, hey, have fun down there, gonna miss you guys. But I gotta trust that. So I want you guys to have the ability to get information for yourself and trust it and trust yourself. And each obstacle, go through and clear whatever that is using energy clearing methods, and then be at a whole nother level, so that you can have health and happiness and feel good about the way things are going. Go the way you're going, the way you want to go. So go grab the free PDF and video, ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. And then there's another video after that, and you can learn more about the whole program. So I will see you all tomorrow. I've committed to do these Facebook Lives, and it's also on YouTube, Beyond Limits with Ralph Havens, the YouTube, or a podcast, When Doctors Don't Have Answers, and go check it out. All right. Thanks, everybody. If you want to leave a like or a heart or share this, I would really appreciate it. And let's get out there and live. Let's really live. All right. Bye now.